All right, guys. So, welcome to our third week of the training. So, again, my name is Annie. I am a six-star diamond coach. I am a mom of three boys, a 7, 4, and newborn. And I just got out of the shower, so I had some time to make some training videos. And so, today, what we're going to talk about is the coaching opportunity, how to present the coaching opportunity. So, we went over in the group already the power hours. So, if you didn't watch that video, I suggest you watch that first. So going over how to do a power hour so that you are following up with people for the 21-day fix, you're sharing your journey, you had your why. So this is really about how you will present to people what the coaching opportunity is all about. I strongly believe that it's really hard for somebody to become a coach unless they actually do one of your challenge groups. So even if people will come to me and say they want to be a coach, I will always roll it back so that they can become a coach right away. But I ask them to first take the 3-week challenge group with me as a challenger so that they really can understand what we do as coaches with helping people within our challenge groups. Because that's really where you're going to find the best, most successful coaches is people that are, doing the programs and the products and they're doing the challenge groups. So that's kind of the first thing. So I'm going to share my screen. I think that there's some good things I can kind of share with you guys here. So the first thing is you kind of have to be talking about what a coaching opportunity is. And I'm just going to give you guys an example of somebody on our team. Her name is Brooke, and she does a great job of sharing her journey on her page. So obviously she shares about the challenge groups because you can kind of see going on her wall today that she started day 1 of the challenge group. So she has, what we do. She's doing the challenge group. She's starting from day 1 with Core de Force. But we want to have what we call those jabs. So jab, jab, hook. We kind of talked about that a little bit. But the best time to present the coaching opportunity is always on a Sunday or a Monday. Usually people are going back to work. They, having a long week, and you kind of want to share your story about why you became a coach. So if you're not sharing about why you became a coach, then it's kind of difficult for people to relate to you. So I think one of the biggest things is that you guys should just write up a reason of why you became a coach, and you can look at other people's examples, but mostly come from your own why and share that with your coach privately. And then you can post about it on your wall. And so if you're following people on Team Boom, there's a lot of girls that will present the coaching opportunity. I'll give you another example is I saw Anne Marie do one, and she kind of just talked about, how 2 years ago she won a free group. She's a teacher, but she always wanted something more, and Beachbody is something that gives her that. My sister does a great job about talking about it, usually on a Monday, like how she's the coach and she doesn't have to go back to work. You can talk about how coaching has helped you stay accountable. I have some on my wall that I will share about how, the girls have made me more accountable. Let's see. But, obviously going through your page and if somebody doesn't know that you're a coach, then it's kind of hard to present the opportunity. So I just did a quick one yesterday where, I was outside on Sunday, and I love that I can quickly log into my Facebook group. I can check into my challengers, and I can do it from the comfort of my home. I have an example of my babies right there. I just talk about how it's flexible. I can do it whenever I want. There's no time commitment. And so I think a lot of people think that you have to have it's this 40-hour a week thing, but you can kind of just share how you do it whenever, from wherever, so you should be presenting the coaching opportunity. The second thing is when you are talking to somebody or they ask you about the coaching opportunity, I have a document up and I'll be happy to share it with you guys. It's called My Sharing Opportunity. I have my story written out. So I highly suggest that you guys will write your own story of why you became a coach. So when somebody does ask you about what is coaching, or you go after they have done the challenge group and you ask them, hey, you're doing a great job in the challenge group. Have you ever considered doing what I do as a coach? Then you can ask them, would it be okay if I put you on a message with a couple other girls so they can share their experience? So one of the things that I do is I will just ask them if they can, put them on a message right here. Like, hey guys, I put Sarah on a message. He or she is interested in hearing more about the coaching opportunity. Would you guys mind sharing your experience with them? So when somebody puts me on a message with somebody, I have my story all written out, so then I can just quickly copy and paste it with somebody. These are some ways that you can ask people, about the coaching. So if you see somebody that is on Facebook that you think would be a good coach, like, hey girl, I've been watching your page. I really think you'd be a good coach. Have you ever considered becoming a Beachbody coach? Another example is like, I know we chatted about this before, but I really wanted to be honest with you. I'm an online health and fitness Beachbody coach. I really think this is something you would be great at. You are already into fitness, motivating people and working out. So this would be something that would come natural to you. I have a sneak peek I can plug you into, no strings attached, so you can learn more about coaching. Another thing is, I hope this message finds you well. Happy Sunday. I wanted to let you know that I am hosting a sneak peek group here on Facebook for anyone that wants to learn a little bit more about the online health coaching. I've been watching your page and I really think you'd be a kick-ass coach on our team. The cost, earning potential, the commitment, all that would you be interested in having me add you? So you could do like a sneak peek, or maybe your coach is doing one. Oftentimes people ask you what you do as a coach. And so I just keep it super simple. I say, like, I work from home. I run a private health and fitness group on Facebook. I help hold other women accountable to their goals. I'm not a personal trainer, just somebody who has used the at-home workouts and meal plans for a long time and love them. I've been getting great results, and I love helping people stay motivated. And then I help people start their own health and online fitness business. Have you ever tried any of the programs before? So I kind of just ask them questions, and if they say like no or yes, I kind of lead into basically if they say they've done 21 Days Fix before, or they are coming off of one of your challenge groups, you basically just say like, it's basically just sharing your journey with a 21-day fix, and you just help other people by doing the programs yourself. If they've never done it before, then I kind of go a little bit further into what we do as coaches. So then once they ask us about the coaching opportunity, what we do, I basically just say like, it's not rocket scientist. Do you have a couple of minutes to watch this video about the opportunity? I'll also put you on a group message with some other coaches. So that's where I have a bunch of other girls, maybe like 3 or 4, share their reason for becoming a coach. So if it's a mom, I'll put them on a message with people who are moms, like Brooke, myself, Marie. I'm just thinking of people. If it's somebody who's like a young professional, then I would put them on a message with like Mary Beth or Jenna or Amy, somebody like that. So I try to relate to the coach to the person's story, because everybody has their story written out, and so they can quickly reply back, like Michelle. I'm just trying to think of people. And if you don't know of people, you can just message your coach, and they can quickly put you on a message with somebody that can do that. And then just kind of goes into like, then you want to follow up with them, because sometimes they'll go on a group message and, you'll ask them. So I just say like, hey, I say like, hey guys, I put Katie on this message. She's interested in learning your stories. And then I usually will follow up with them again and say like, hey, thanks so much for letting others share with you. What did you like about their experience? And then I will ask, they'll give me their feedback, and then I'll ask them, what questions do you have? Do you have any other questions? And usually people will ask us like, what does it cost? So I kind of you can go into there. I have my sign up easily set up so they can join. I just have like, these are just other, what is Shakeology? So like there's, I don't have enough money. I'm not in good enough shape. I don't know enough people. I'm not good at sales. Shakeology is too expensive. I don't have enough time. Like any objection you basically have, like you can easily relate it in your own experience and then, use them. So then, obviously I have like another sheet here with just objections, worst case scenario. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. I don't have enough time. Let's see another one. I don't think I'd be good enough coach. So like, I'm not at my ideal weight. I'm not a salesperson. I don't have big enough market. I mean, a lot of times people honestly are just fearful of the unknown of becoming a coach. So if you can kind of use some of these things in your own experience to help them realize that it's really not that scary, you're just doing this 21-day fix group, then it's a lot easier to kind of explain to them what you do. So I will just give you another example. I like seriously love examples because otherwise it's like very complicated. Let me give you an example here. So I get most of my people from me inviting them. Maybe they say no, and then they've just been like following me for a while. And then that's when I, will share my experience with them. A lot of times, honestly, like they've been following me for a long time, and I've been sharing. It's not like somebody's just going to immediately like join your team just because you shared one time on a Sunday. Like you have to like be very consistent with it. And I think that's very true across the board with a lot of us coaches, is that it's not going to happen it's like not going to happen in a month, 2 months, 3 months. You have to be consistent with it and show up, because that's what people want in a coach. So basically this girl right here asked me, about being a coach. And I asked her, I said like, oh, here's the video. I asked her if she's ever done a program before. And then she said that she has done a 21-day fix. Then I kind of got into like, the whole thing of like, basically this is what I do as a coach. I run the 21-day fix groups. I run these challenge groups. I'd be happy to add you so you can learn a little bit more about it. And then I actually just added her into one of my groups. So I added her in, I welcomed her. Then I had some other girls, share their experience with her. So I put her on a message with some other people. And then, her first question was, how did she get started? So I kind of this is in my own words too, because I was just like, the best way I think to get started as a coach is to do a 3-week challenge. And you learn what we are doing by doing it yourself. Super simple. The way I think learning, then I just kind of went into that. So I have my coaches sign up, and then they just go right into joining my challenge group with me, doing it like a challenger. And that way you are started to learn by example. So this is a scenario where this girl has never done a challenge group of mine before, but she messaged me about coaching. You'll have a scenario like that. You'll have somebody that comes off of a challenge group as a challenger, and then that's more easy to roll into coaching because they kind of know what the challenge group is already about. But you will get people that just message you about the coaching because they've seen your posts. So I still would suggest that she signs up as a coach with a challenge pack and then does one of my 3-week challenge groups with me. And then I would give her a good experience in the group. And then I would kind of go into training her. And I'll welcome her to the coach page, but I'm not going to be like so much posting all the training because I want her to, have a good experience in there. So then I kind of gave her the steps to sign up. And then I saw that she saw it, but then she didn't, so I followed up and said like, she didn't reply. So I said like, do you have any questions about this? And then she said, I haven't had a chance. Thanks for checking in. She's going to do it after work. So obviously I'm going to follow up again with this. So there is a lot of follow-up involved with even just if somebody joins as a challenger or if they join as a coach. But I think the biggest thing is that obviously, number one, you are sharing on your wall your journey. So I want you guys to go back and actually ask yourself, would I look at my post or my wall and think that I'm a Beachbody coach? You know what I mean? Like, am I sharing about the 21-day fix? Am I sharing about the programs? Am I sharing about how coaching has affected my life? And honestly, like, I didn't even ask in this picture if anybody wanted to join my team. I was just sharing how, like, I think it's awesome that we have these challenge groups and I can literally sit on the couch for like 10 minutes on a Sunday and like follow up with my challengers. And so I think, I just kind of said like, it's at my own home, on my own time. And so I think that's relatable to a lot of people, especially my market, because we're moms and, people are busy and they want something that's flexible. So make sure that you're sharing on your wall. Number two, are you going back and are you asking people, have they ever considered being a coach? So are you, number one, let's say you have a challenger, right? And they're in your group and they're doing a great job and you really like what they're doing. And you kind of already talked to them based on the 21-day fix script right here, and you got them into your group. And then,
Mama,
after.
Mama, there's no internet.
Oh. Here's my little guy. Say hi.
Mama.
I'll help you. I think the guy had to fix something downstairs, so it must have fixed. Sorry, guys. This is life. So basically, like after they bought a challenge pack, are you using the guide that says convert to a coach after a challenge pack, where you're asking them like, you know, it's easy to sign up as a coach, which is on the 21-day fix script. You just kind of follow that. So that's number one. If you have a challenger, like you have got to ask them to be a coach, like no matter what. I ask everybody, even if I think they're going to be a discount coach. You just never know. And then, so that's number, 2. And then number 3, are you asking people to be a coach? Like, are you, and I'd be happy to share the sharing opportunity with you. Obviously, this is my own story, but are you asking people if they would be interested in being a coach, by following up with them? Because honestly, a lot of people don't know what this is. And if you're not asking, then they have no clue. And if they say no, great, who cares, right? It's like they might in a year or so, like, want to do it again. And I'll literally show you an example of a girl who literally just messaged me about that. She and I talked in 2014, and she just messaged me about coaching again. And it was literally the same conversation that we talked about 2 years ago, but she said, no, I moved on. And here she is asking me 2 years later about coaching again, because she's obviously been following me. And so, that's important. That's why it's important to share your journey, but you need to be asking people too. And then, if somebody says no, kind of just work through their objections, right? Like it doesn't hurt to just share, people, time, money, things like that. You have all these things. So I'm going to share these documents with you guys. These are different ways that you can present the coaching opportunity. Hold on. Are you stuck? Thanks for listening to me.
Mama, I'm hungry.
I gotta go. I'm hungry. All right. Bye, guys. What are you hungry for? We're still recorded.